All right, we're trying to get this truck started. Oh, and I think I just screwed up. I may have to start all over again. The theft deterrent system's activated, so you have to leave the key on for like 10 minutes or so. Then you try to start it. But I think, if I remember right, you're supposed to turn it off. If the light goes off, you're supposed to turn it off and pull the key out. And this is like the second or third round of this I've done. The last time I took the key out, put it in, started it, and it came on. I've done that twice now. And that was probably the last time. I probably should have turned the key off, pulled it out, put it back in, and it probably would have started. So I may have to start all over again. Because as you can see, it's still on and it's still cycling saying service theft deterrent system. This truck is disgusting inside. Previous owner had a pet in here and it stinks. I'm like, did the dog pass away in here? Because it's pretty rough smelling. I've already had to clean the gauges up where I could at least read them. But the truck sat for 2 years or better, and it's straight as can be. The truck hasn't been wrecked or smashed up or nothing. It's got one little ding on the driver's side, and on this side where a horse or something bit it, it's got scratch marks. I'm assuming that's from a horse. That's what it looks like. That's just in the decal. And even the interior's in good shape, other than just being disgustingly dirty and filthy. But we've got to get that theft deterrent system to work. So, from what I understand, like I said, get a hot battery on it. You got to have something with jumper cables keeping it hot, so you obviously don't run the battery down. Because this is all got to happen, I think, within 30 minutes. You turn the key on, try to start. If it don't start, you leave it in the run position until that lock symbol goes away. That's your theft deterrent system. And when it does, I believe you're supposed to turn it off, pull the key out, wait a few seconds, put it back in, try to start it again. And it should start. If not, if that light comes back on, you let it sit for another 10 minutes or so. And you do the whole process, and it's supposed to take like 3 tries and it'll start. So technically we're on the 3rd try, but it may be, since I went ahead and tried to start it without turning the key off and pulling it out, I may have to start all over again. So we're just going to keep doing this until we get it to start and run. And I don't know yet if I'm going to own this truck or if I'm going to try to sell it. It is missing the tailgate, but you can find one of them pretty cheap. It's a 2013 Silverado 2500 HD. It's 4-wheel drive. It's got the 6.0 automatic 4L80E, and of course it's a 4-door. So I don't know. I sure hate to give up my Ford, but anyhow, guys, that's how it goes. We're gonna keep plugging away at it. I do have this mower. It's a Dixie chopper, also sat for a couple of years, and when I started working on it, the motor was stuck. I pulled the plugs out before I even tried it and squirted some lube in the cylinders, in the carburetor. The starter was stuck on the flywheel gear, which it probably had a low battery, and just went up, and that was it. I got it unstuck, it dropped down, the engine still wouldn't turn over. I kept squirting more fluid in there, kept rocking it. Finally got it to where it'll spin over now. But you can see all the crud in the fins. It's going to have to be blown out, pressure washed, all the fuel drained, carburetor cleaned. The little hydraulic reservoir tank, it's cracked, so I'm going to have to get another one of them. And hopefully I can make this thing work. Here's the little blower system it has on it. It's a belt-driven system. The belt's missing. I have all the rest of the pieces that go to the chute, to that, and then the bags that go in the back. I don't know if he has the belt or not, but I got to get all that stuff. But right now I just got to try to get it running, driving, mowing, and all that, because I need a ZTR mower. And then I'm going to sell my John Deere is sitting right there with the vac system on it, and it's a whole separate trailer, and that works perfect. It was nearly new. I just put a new carburetor on it. If you can watch one of my other videos when I did the Will It Run on that, because that thing has sat in the field right in the sun, no shade, no protection for several years. Of course, carburetor was trash. I put a brand new carburetor on it, cleaned the fuel tank out. It fires right up, one pull, vacuum's good. And it has a wand attachment where you can drive around, or you can walk around, park it somewhere and fire it up and soak up or vacuum up leaves. But anyhow, that's going to be it for now, guys. Oh, that's a heck of that's a solid piece of steel. I guess that's a counterweight for running the mower vac system on the back, but dang, you wouldn't think 2 bags of leaves would be that much weight, but maybe it is. But anyhow, I hope you like watching the video. Let's go over here and check this thing one more time. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and dang it, it's still on. Like, subscribe, and leave me comments. Email me with complaints or cares or concerns, and we will go from there. Later.